Well, wave goodbye to your house. You're not going to see it for a while.
No, 3 hours.
Hello and welcome to Movies with Mum. I'm Conrad.
And I'm Mum.
In each episode we take you on our non-regular mum and son movie dates to review the film.
And the more important, ice cream.
Hello, Mum.
Hello, Conrad.
How are you doing?
I'm all right, yeah. Looking forward to the film today.
Yeah, what are we seeing today?
We're seeing the scary It Chapter 2.
It Chapter 2. Yes. Very exciting.
We all float down here.
We do. Yes, it's time for Bill Skarsgård to get that makeup on and scare the living crap out of all of us again.
Yeah.
Bless him, scary
And he's very good
Skarsgård.
at it, isn't he?
He is very good at it, yeah. They were trying to figure out how to make his eyes go really strange. And they were thinking about spending millions on special effects, and it turns out that Bill Skarsgård can just make his eyes wander off in different directions of their own accord.
Oh, weird, really?
Yeah, he can do that live. Very talented guy.
He has got one of those faces, hasn't he? Don't you think?
He was fabulous as Pennywise, and he was good in that Stephen King series, Castle Rock, as well.
He was very good.
I thought he was very good in that. Scary Skarsgård.
Ooh.
So,
And it's 3 hours long.
yeah, it's a bit of an ordeal, this one. I'm not quite sure why it had to happen this way. There was a 3-hour TV adaptation of it that was split over 2 nights, 2 90-minute chunks. It Chapter 1, the first one,
Yeah.
was an hour and 50, which is a bit long for a horror movie, but we were so in love with the characters.
Yeah, you didn't notice, did you, that it
No.
was nearly 2 hours long?
No, because they were all so good,
Lovely.
especially the girl playing Beverly.
Oh, yeah, she was lovely.
So-
And the funny one, of course, from Stranger Things.
Yeah.
The curly-headed one, he was
Yeah,
good.
Richie Tozier, he was very good. Beat Richie. Yeah, it was really beautifully done. And of course, it was a massive surprise, international smash hit, garnering hundreds of millions of dollars in the box office when it only cost sort of 10 or 20 to make.
Really?
Yeah, it was massive.
Oh, I didn't realise it had done that well.
Not surprisingly, they quickly decided it was time to adapt the second half of the book, which deals not primarily with the children but with the adults, because it comes back every 30 years or 27 or something like that.
Oh, yeah, I remember you saying that, because you read the book, didn't you?
I did read the book. I love the book.
You love Stephen King, don't you?
I do love a bit of Stephen King. I like
And
his
his
son
son.
too. Yeah, Joe Hill is better, actually, I think, these
Oh.
days. I think he's better than his dad.
Don't say that, that's terrible.
I'm sure his dad would agree, actually. So it's quite exciting, but 3 hours is a bit of a strange decision.
Yeah, because what's worrying me is, do we get 2 ice creams?
Well, I don't know. That's probably the equivalent of our daily calorie allowance.
Probably,
So
yeah.
we've brought supplies
Yeah, I've got a handbag full of biscuits.
to keep our strength up. We've got protein bars, Kendall mint cake,
Keep
duvet,
us going.
a flare,
A flare.
flask of whiskey. Yeah.
Oh, dear.
It's going to be a bit of an ordeal, this. Now, I've read online that people are sort of torn, because some people love it because, you know, they love the characters and you get the kids again, as well as the adults.
Oh, that's brilliant.
And you're flicking backwards and forwards between the 2 time periods, and they're paying as much attention to the characters as they are to scaring your pants off.
So is it the children grown up that you're talking about? The 2 different, just for our listeners, it's 30 years later and it's the children grown up that are coming back.
It is, yeah. So it's the same characters, but you're seeing them in 2 different time periods.
Oh, right.
And the original
okay.
cast of It is back, and then they've cast famous adult actors to play them 30 years later.
So who's playing them 30 years later?
Well, you've got James McAvoy taking the lead as Bill Denborough, the kid whose younger brother was got by Pennywise first.
Oh, yeah.
pulled his arm off. It was
Oh
awful.
no, poor little lad.
Poor little kid. You've got Jessica Chastain as Beverly.
She's brilliant.
You've got Bill Hader, a real Saturday Night Live comedian, as Richie. And the others I don't know. They're probably massively famous, and I don't know who they are. But apparently the guy who plays Eddie Kasprak, the asthmatic kid, apparently he steals the show.
Oh.
So I've read online. Cineworld!
Oh, you were behind me that
I
time.
was way too late, and I was watching that girl on the bicycle because I was worried she was going to just ride out in front of me.
Yeah, but she didn't have a red balloon, so...
So yeah, it's a great cast.
Oh, we're going to go for the one with the shrubbery today.
The shrubbery. So this should be interesting.
And long.
And long. Yeah, a bit of a bladder straining experience, this one.
Yeah. And will there be an It Too ice cream?
What with clown faces in.
Clown faces
Red
and
balloons. Blood-coloured red balloons that burst in your mouth.
Oh, God.
That sounds awful. Oh, well, let's find out.
Bye-bye.
Bye. So, we have survived it.
Oh, my God.
My goodness.
That was so scary.
Did you find it scary?
I found it extremely scary, but extremely moving. I was crying, laughing, scared to death, everything.
Yeah, it pretty much runs the whole gamut. But it doesn't feel like close to 3 hours, does it?
No, because it's like that other Crawl film, isn't it? You're just going with it and surviving with them, going through every emotion with them. Oh, God.
It treats each character in turn, so each character has the moment in their past that they have to face up to, and it takes each one in turn. And because you like and are interested in all of them, you don't mind that the film is taking its time to go through them all.
No, because you want to know what they're facing. You want them to get through it, don't you?
You do. You want to see it. You'd feel shortchanged if one or two of them just had a quick thing or it was never even mentioned, which I think happened in the TV movie.
Oh, right.
They sort
Oh,
of
no, they're all
skipped
such
over.
nice people that you're in there with them, aren't you? They're such lovely people, all of them.
Bill Skarsgård still
God,
utterly
he's so
terrifying
Oh, my
as
God.
Pennywise.
He's
Very
terrible,
good.
isn't he?
Lots of very interesting shapes and tricks he plays on them in this.
Oh, yeah.
All very cruel and...
God, I don't want to give too much away what happens, really, but yeah.
Yeah, I think they did a good job. The cast were fantastic. It has to be said, every time you cut back to the kids, you just felt such warmth because you remembered the original movie.
Yeah.
You kind of wanted to stay with them.
You wanted to stay with the kids, didn't you? Yeah.
Well, that's the
Yeah.
thing. I always found, to be honest, even when I read the book, I found the adults half less interesting than the kids half. And I thought that was just because I was a kid at the time when I read it, but I think it's just a more compelling story seeing children being attacked by this thing and conquering it. To see a bunch of adults do it seems less exciting, but they still
Yeah, but they
made
still
it
had
pretty
their
thrilling.
childhood insecurities, didn't they?
Yes.
You could see the child in them, in the adult, couldn't
Yes.
you?
Oh, they were brilliantly cast, and all of them did a really good job of bringing the child versions of themselves up to adulthood.
Yeah, absolutely. Even the way they moved their hands.
They were doing the mannerisms
and the mannerisms and everything.
Jessica Chastain
very
was
good.
wonderful as Beverly, as
Oh,
this
God, she was amazing, wasn't
abused
she?
woman. Yeah.
Yeah, wasn't her husband horrible?
Yeah, he's a piece of work, but she just
So
goes.
she never went back to him?
Well, no, she didn't, did she?
God, but so scary.
Yes.
And when they brought in a big basket of red balloons, didn't they? And I didn't see anybody do it. And then all of a sudden, out of the corner of my eye, I saw these red balloons, and I thought, oh my God, where have they come from?
Yeah.
And we've got a couple in the car that we've brought home
We
with
do,
us.
yeah. We all float down here. We've got our balloons.
We've got our balloons in the car with us.
Yeah, they were having fun with it this time, I thought. They didn't undermine the whole thing, but there were a lot of cameos in this 3-hour epic. We had a particularly lovely cameo from Mr. King.
Yeah, Stephen King was in it. Wasn't that lovely?
Which was lovely, and it's probably his best performance in a cameo, actually.
Is it? He's
Yeah.
looking old, bless him.
He is looking old, but he's still got it, and he's very
Yeah,
funny.
he's very good.
And there were some other cameos in there that I spotted. I may be
there?
wrong. I'm fairly certain I was spotting members of the TV movie cast.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I have a funny feeling that the guy that was in the architect's office delivering the presentation was the kid who played him in the TV movie. So
Oh, right.
I think there were a few of them in there.
Oh, you'll have to check that
I will
then.
check. I could be wrong.
We did stay right to the end, didn't we? To
We
see
did.
if anything came up right at the end
no
of the
Easter
film.
eggs.
It was us and one other man stayed, but nothing happened.
No, there were no Easter eggs. But there was a little call out to The Thing from Bill Hader, which I thought was very funny.
Good.
Very
yeah,
good.
very good. Lovely.
Which broke up an
so
otherwise
what would you
terrifying
give that out of 10, Conrad?
It's not as good as the original, but it's a damn good 8, I would say.
Yeah.
It's a really good, fun film.
Yeah, it's a good 8. I'd give it that as well.
Very good.
And what about the ice cream?
Ice cream!
Well, I tried the blueberry something or other, panna cotta.
Panna cotta.
Yeah, that was not too bad. Fruity and sweet. Yeah, it was okay. I'd give that a 6, maybe.
No, I had just the ordinary very berry strawberry because there wasn't anything new. And that's a good one. That's a good 6.
Yeah.
Yeah, but great film.
Very good
Good
film.
fun.
If you love the original, don't worry about the running time for this one. You don't feel it. You're just enjoying every moment of it. It's
Yeah,
wonderful.
It's brilliant.
Really
Loved
good.
it.
Well, that's us.
Yeah.
Thanks for
We all
joining us.
float down.
We do. Let's float away.
Bye.
Bye for now.